man. Hey, guys, listen. For passers-by, we're talking American-made knives. How about that 45-minute gem I put out last night?
That was a long video. Bro, I fell
Well,
asleep watching the video and I woke up at like 43 minutes. I'm like, holy shit, this thing is still on.
bro, I fell asleep, woke up, posted it, went back to sleep, woke up, it had uploaded, woke up, I had to do the monetization. Big E's knives, what's going on?
What's
It
it,
was
Biggie?
a butt kicker, but I think it worked out well. This is one, Joe, that I left out last night. It's the Tops Armado.
Oh, yeah,
I
I thought that
love
was the tops.
everything except this. I hate this. I hate this.
I wonder why they did it that way.
Well, I'm
Is it more of like an offensive type of thing? If you're basically, I don't know.
it's okay. So the designer responded to my video and
Okay.
said he appreciated the feedback because I didn't kill it in the video. Drac, what's up? Thank you guys,
What's up, Jack?
Robert. But here's the
Rob.
deal. Here's the deal, Joe. Every time I went to chop with this, every time, DMG, what's up? That's a good dude right there. Guys, Dead Jack, big love to Ireland, brother. I've got a hater in Ireland. What the hell, man? But I got some lovers too. Here's the thing. Here's the thing, Joe. When I went to chop with this, bro, it's uncomfortable. And chopping's kind of my stick, right? So I put a glove on because I want to be as positive as I can.
Of
Hey,
course.
Dead Jack, where are you at in Ireland? Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. I
Indiana
put a
Cheeto,
glove
you're here
on.
too. Thanks for coming in, man.
I put a glove on, bro. It was still uncomfortable. So I think what I'm
Even
gonna
with the
do,
glove, huh?
yeah. And
Wow.
the knife is great. The knife is great. And if I didn't do anything, Emler, love your brother.
What's up, Emla?
When doing the sea snake. When you doing the sea snake. Let me see if this is it. Joe, talk to him a minute.
What's up, Mikey? How you doing, buddy? How's everybody doing in the room? I actually just finished up a live and I went into this live. I actually just went from one live. I ended one and went into another one, which was cool. So I wanted to join Scab. What's that one, Scab?
I don't know. Emler, is this it?
Oh,
If this is it,
the neck knife. The neck knife.
how, dude, you've got to. I did that 2 months ago. Bro, I'll send you the link to
What's
it.
up, Jay?
I'll send you the
Jason's in
link.
the room. Straight edge knives.
Hey, tell her I'll be over, DMG. Which one is this? Thank you for totally screwing up my live, dog, because I'm doing American made, Michael. Put in the comments, Mike, what this one is, because I was going to do it today, and I'll send you the sea snake. You know,
One tack folder.
that's what you named it. So we went from sea snake to Warntack. All right, this was probably today, homie, because I can get this one in. Blue Eyes White Dragon, my dude. Emler, I'll send you the link, bro. So Tops Armado, the only bitch I got is this right here. And I think what I'm gonna do, instead of bitching about it, is take me a Dremel, cut it, round it, and I'm good. The thing is with this knife, as knife reviewers, and Joe, you know this, and you guys that are in the comments
Yeah.
know that if you got channels, we do a lot of things. Jason Fleming, Straight Edge Knives, is one of the most underrated dudes and best dudes in this community. As much as, I was thinking about this, like when I go to Blackie's and I do this and I do that, actual camp stuff, actual knife stuff, I don't really chop. I take a hatchet, a tomahawk, a saw. So is that a deal breaker? No, no. But I would like to see this gone, maybe fill that in. And if you're going to do a lanyard hole, maybe do a hidden lanyard hole, a la Work Tough Gear.
Yeah.
and you've
Ed
got a great
Rosen, you joined just now, but Scab was just saying he tried it with gloves and it was still uncomfortable.
Yeah, that sounds good, Emler. Yeah, I tried it with gloves. It didn't work.
But wait,
Uh,
you said the designer got back to you about it?
yeah,
What did he
just
say?
said they really appreciated the input, and because I mentioned it in the video, and I don't know if they're going to work on it, Shady. But I'll tell you this, and again, I don't. Everybody knows this is my Carta 1095 steel. It's tops, right? So it's executed well for my taste. That's the only thing I don't like. I
Hey,
think
I
look
don't
at
get it.
moving this.
I'm just trying to visualize what you could use it for, and other than basically some kind of a defensive type of thing, I don't know
Hey,
what you would use that for.
the guy that just keeps posting that, can you get him out of here? I think you're a moderator.
Let me
And it's because
see. Remove.
said,
Okay.
I hate people. I swear to God.
Um, put user in timeout. 24 hours.
I
There you
said
go.
to him, come back in 24 hours.
24 hours timeout.
I mean, you picked the wrong day to get
Go
with me.
stand in the corner, guy. 24 hours. Stand in the corner for a day. I want to see you
24
for a
hours.
day.
Hey, listen, Kavita will be back in 24 hours. I put the damn sheath in my back pocket. Midnight, you ain't kidding. Um, Here's the deal. Joe, last night
Yeah.
when we went through, man, there gets to a point, I think everybody that does videos knows this. Marco, you get to a point, dog, where you're like, I've got to wrap this thing, right?
Yeah.
But I left out some great folders. So I know it was meant to do that, Jason, but it hurts like hell. And I think it can be modified. Jacob Lamb, what's up? This is
Jacob, what's up?
Jacob. Jacob's good. We got a bunch of good dudes in the chat. My Spartan Harsey folder. Brandon Thrasher gifted me this. I've got two hard use videos on this night. Here's the deal, guys. While I'm thinking about it, if y'all will go, Backyard Country Boy, if y'all will go to Brandon Thrasher, um, weekend underscore
We,
warrior,
weekend underscore warrior. Yeah.
go subscribe. YouTube has totally screwed him. Emler, I'll talk to you tonight or tomorrow, brother. Y'all go support Brandon Thrasher, Weekend Warriors. Here's what happened. And dude, my grandson loves Prime.
I
I
freaking
got
love this shit.
dude, I got a refrigerator full of it.
Me too, man.
Dude,
Costco special.
really? My grandson is hell bent on winning that $1 million. So when he comes in, we have to go get every new bottle there is. Y'all go support Brandon Thrasher. Allie Carroll, Jacob, appreciate you, brother. You do need a Spartan Harsey folder. There's Gary and Panda Loop.
Let me ask you a question. I don't want to ruin your groove, but you got a Spawn Harsey folder in your hand, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, it's an expensive knife, American made, quality materials. Now, when you hold that knife in your hand and you use the knife and you engage it, you open it, close it, do you feel immediately the quality of the knife?
Yeah. Yeah.
As a user, do you feel like, yeah, this is definitely worth the price? This is solid. This is that.
Here's the deal with
I mean,
this.
I
And
know the answer, but I want you to talk about it. Yeah.
guys coming in, how are you? How are you? Appreciate you. Weekend
Shout out.
Warrior. Thank you, Midnight. Appreciate you. Here's the deal, guys. When I seen this, Bill Harsey and I talk probably 2 to 3 times a year, right? So I've been a fan of Bill's for a long time because of the Spartan Defensa, one of my favorite all-time knives. This knife, Brandon Thrasher let me check his out, and somebody else did too. Might have been Rusty Knife Lover. Could have been Rusty. Kathleen, welcome in. Here's the deal. I wanted to try it out. Yes, you can feel the quality of the knife. And here's the deal. This isn't pocket jewelry. This is a tough working knife. I talked to Weekend, speak of the devil, and he comes in. When I talked to Bill Harsey, He said, Scab, the crazy thing about this knife is this. I designed this knife to be a everyday working knife. Now, let me say this before somebody says something about the price. The price does knock a lot of everyday knife users out. I get it.
Mhm.
But my point about this knife is this. It is a hard use knife. It is not a pocket jewelry. And anytime I say that, somebody pops up and they snap one and blah, blah, blah. This knife's held up incredibly well. I carry it a lot on the weekends. Yes, it does, weekend. I love you forever for this one. So here's the deal. With this, do I recommend it? Yeah, yeah. But it's also a grill knife. So let's not be, silly or pretentious about it. It'll
The
do.
knives of that caliber are not for the um, occasional knife user or the knife semi enthusiast. Like, yeah, knives are cool. Knives like that are for people who really appreciate knives, who love knives, who live with knives, use knives, and appreciate the quality. That's what who these knives are for. And
Yeah.
then you get that in your hand, and you're gonna really love to have it in your hand. That's it.
And here's the other side. You appreciate that. I appreciate that. The guys in the comments appreciate that. And that's why I never want to be pretentious about this stuff. I try to put, well, I understand that, Red Hood, but you've done 2 or 3 hard use on them, and you have to be careful with it. You have to be, and I don't mean like ooh tender. I mean, when you get a liner lock, first thing I do, I don't care who makes it, is I start looking at the lockup. And when I say hard use, let me quantify that. I'm not talking about going out and stabbing the side of a mountain. I'm talking about everyday use.
Consistent
Let's
use,
back off
consistent
the hard
everyday
use.
use. Yeah.
Consistent use. This is one that I absolutely adore. This is a zero tolerance. I believe
Wow,
it's
this zero tolerance is beautiful. That's
It's
so
less
smooth,
forward
man.
design. Now, I think they discontinued this one, but
That's a
this is
frame
one
lock.
absolutely, absolutely love.
Titanium,
Huh?
titanium.
Titanium handle scales and then 20 CB on the steel.
Oof. Ah, look at the curve.
I
That's
love
beautiful.
this knife. Love
That's
this
freaking
knife.
beautiful.
The Hinder XM18 I actually gifted to my son. He loves that knife. I had to get, but I'll say this on that Hinder XM18. I think it had a little bit of a burnt edge. I had to get it back from him, and I had to send it to DJ Horn to get it in shape. This one everybody sees a lot. This is my 0303 from Zero Tolerance.
It's only been in about 150 shorts.
Yeah, this this was in the short um, that kind of kicked off our growth spurt. Mine's 20 CB as well. If I said something different, I apologize. This one's in S30. And a lot of people say, this copies the Striders. I'd love to get my hands on a Strider one day. I really, really would. But I like this knife, and I'll tell you why I like this knife. What part of Georgia, buddy? Tell me what part of Georgia, because I grew up in South Georgia.
I can't see the bottom of the chat for some
Right,
reason.
and this is a frame lock. Now, let me say this too, because we're doing American-made knives. My favorite lock is the Triad lock. So when I want to go hard on something, Austell, Georgia. I grew up in Hazelhurst, man. Miss Allie's from Savannah. Randy's, what's up? I like the handle on this thing. It's a big handle, but I like to grab it. Now, some people, a popular model of theirs is the 0350. Captain Electro carries one. There's several guys. It's the smaller version of this one, and it's probably the 0350 is probably one of my favorites. But I
That
like
handle
the
reminds
mount.
me of an off grid. That looks like an off grid handle. That nice thick type of
Yeah,
handle. It's like an off grid.
yeah, the
Yeah,
size,
yeah.
definitely. But there's
How
my
do they do the blade? Like, what kind of finish is on the blade? Like, is that like a black oxidized stripe?
yeah, yeah. It's almost it looks like, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. The only way I can put it, Joe, it looks almost like a patina.
A
The
patina. Okay.
0308 is a phenomenal knife, Brandon. And I know
That's
that
awesome.
that's not the correct term. I know it's not, but it's like if you took some mustard and vinegar and patinaed it, that's kind of the
That's what
way
it looks like.
it's reminiscent of that to me. All right. I've
Definitely unique.
I've just shot by this one, but this is one. This is my Southern Grind, Bad Monkey.
There you go. Tonto tip or
Yep,
modified Tonto tip.
modified, and that's not a broken tip. If I can do it. I don't know if I can show it good, but you
Oh,
see
I
it
see it.
broken,
Yeah, I see it. Yeah.
but it's actually sharpened. This is the knife that actually introduced me to DJ Horn and started a friendship there. This knife actually, we're talking about liner locks. This knife failed twice. Um, and I brought it up in a video, and DJ said, "Man, send me that damn knife." And I said, "Well, who are you?" He goes, "I work for Southern Grind." Cool. Sent it. He repaired it. They fixed it. And because they sold out, or because Zach Brown sold the company, I don't carry. I don't use this knife a lot.
Hmm.
I know they're still in business, but man, I love this thing. Brandon's got one. Let's see. This one's in
Yeah, I wouldn't use it either. So in
328.
in that circumstance, I wouldn't use it either.
Yeah, and I know they're still in business. I think a
Yeah.
gun company bought them or something, but this is one of the old school ones. I wanted to show y'all one too that my guy Jimbo sent. Now, this one's actually a Spyderco that's made in Taiwan, but it's Spyderco, so I wanted to show it. It's the Ikuchi, right?
Jimbo sent that to you?
Well, it's actually it's up. This one's up for sale.
Oh, okay, got you, got you.
Spyderco Ikuchi, and I've had it. I sold a few for him, which I don't like. I won't sell my knives. I don't like doing that. It just kind of becomes a trust thing, and it's not about trust, but it's about trust. If that
Yeah,
makes
yeah,
sense.
yeah.
And I don't have the time. And like a lot of you guys are working, I see people getting ready for work and going to work, and Emler's going to bed from work. Man, a lot of times, Joe, and you know this because we talk all the time, dude, I ain't got time to worry about a knife sale and about all that stuff. I'd love to, but I don't. But
Mhm.
I wanted to tell y'all something about this Akuchi. I wanted one. I wanted one. I wanted one. I bought me one, right? So I'm sitting in the car one day riding with Megatron, and this is the compression lock. I'm riding with one and I'm playing with it like a dumbass. I go to flip that thing, and when I flipped it, it went straight up in the air and landed right on my stomach. It was back when I
Oh.
weighed 350. So I pulled it out. It only went, I mean, it didn't go far enough, especially being that fat to hurt me. It only went like that.
Oh my God.
Sold that some bitch the next day to Sean, my buddy Sean. Well, I love the knife, but dude, it went straight up. And Megan, bless her heart,
I'm
she
sorry, bro, but I gotta tell you that's funny because if that was recorded, that would have been a classic. Oh shit.
I think that was honestly before I started the channel. Might have been, but I
Oh
was
wow.
so mad, dude. I was so mad. Let's get back on our American stuff.
Go
I
ahead.
don't sell the knives that have been given to me. I feel bad. You know what? I try to be careful. Jason Fleming said he doesn't sell the knives that are given to him. I do not sell gifts at all. The only time I would ever that would have been the ultimate riding with scab. Yeah. The only time I gift a knife that somebody's given me is if they, and I've had this happen. Hey man, I'm gonna send you a few knives. Give them out.
If they emphasize it, right?
And the truth is, me and you both, I think, feel the same about. I used to do a lot of the giveaways and stuff like that, but once I figured out there's a certain group in the community that they only chase giveaways. I said, nope. I'd rather the folks who really, really
Yeah.
ride and die with us get the knife. Neves knives in the
Yep.
house.
What's up, Neves?
Oh,
Jared, how you doing, buddy?
brother. Jared said he did the exact same thing, but went about an inch in. Ooh. Uh-uh. Hey,
We've spoken about this before.
out.
There is definitely that crowd that you want to keep away from, and I feel exactly the same way.
Yeah, and it's here's the thing. People that
Yeah.
ride and die with the channel, that watch videos, that comment, that do all that, that's who you want getting a giveaway. Why wouldn't you? You know, somebody that really, not somebody that's chasing the shit. That stuff wears me out. This
Jared's
is
gonna kill
one.
him. Jared's gonna freaking really injure himself really bad one day, man.
Who?
No, weekend. They said that they're saying that Jared always has some crazy
Oh,
story that ends up in a scar.
hey, chicks dig scars. Randy's WSG's. Yeah, Randy about. I sent Randy some rose crab, and that Zambezi he cut the shit out of himself with.
Man.
Guys, here's another Scott Brew. What's up? Here's another one that I didn't add to my hour-long video last night. This is the Missile Strike by Tops.
Tops. Oh, I love that one.
Now, y'all can help me. Fleming is the Tops expert. I can't remember if this top was dual edged or if we just turned it dual edge. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think it would be because
So
you
we
got
put the
Jimping there.
top. The only thing, and again, it's easily fixed. The only thing that aggravates me a little bit, you see how pronounced that is?
Yeah, that is very pronounced.
So, and it'll bump you. But a Dremel, and I may do that. I love this knife. I honestly carry this knife like dicking around in the woods a lot. Great thrower, and I think the designer said, I think in the description, it was designed as a combat utility style. To me, it's way more just purpose driven. You know, you're not going to baton with it, obviously, um, but I like it. I like it a lot. I like the whole thing.
Right.
So there's another one. I'm trying to. I keep putting the damn sheaths in my pockets. All right, here's one. I got a couple more to run through, guys. This one probably means the most to me than anything in the world. This is my Smith knife. Thank you, Joe. This
Yeah.
was my Smith knife. This was given to me the day, and we're coming up on the date, the day Eric died, July 31st, 2020. His dad gave me this knife, right? He was out in the shop and he had made it for me. A lot of people call it my Peter Pan knife, and it kind of looks that way.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
sharp as shit. And here's the thing. Here's the thing. It's wood, Jared. It's wood. But here's the thing. There's not a knife that I had that I would take over this knife. Just for what it means, for who made it, the whole deal. It don't even leave the war room. Joe's seen my war room, but for y'all that are wondering, I'll give everybody a solid tour. The war room is loaded with knives, but this one doesn't leave it, you know, and it doesn't matter how anybody feels about it. Gerbs, welcome in, welcome in.
What's up, Jerps?
This is one of my favorites. This one, and for those of y'all coming in, just so y'all know, we're just finishing up. I did a video last night on American made knives. Joe did a video on K-Bar last night. So check those out. Now, mine, EDC for fun. What's up, brother? This is the beast. Captain Electro gave me this thing, and one of his buddies that throw, I think,
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
Hedgie's blades. This is called the Beast, and it absolutely is that. I haven't thrown it yet, but I think it was made for throwing. We're gonna find out. The damn sheath, we get over here. It's got beast on it, but it's leather. Dude did a good job. From what I understand,
It is nice.
my man makes them right in his backyard, which is that's just dope to me, man. For you guys who are out there making knives in your backyard and doing shit like that, that's dope. That's why, like straight edge knives, that's why I show him as much love as I can. That dude gifted me a knife, but he made it. And at some point, when I can stop working 60 damn hours a week, an hour away from home, and we come full circle, that might be something I start dabbling in. I'd love to make one or two or learn the process. I think it can only enhance not only the skill set, but the understanding of what it takes.
What it
You
takes to
know,
do it, yeah.
I mean, it does. Joe, show that knife while I organize a couple right here.
I've had this for quite a while. This is the 1266 stock number on this K bar, and it's the model is it's a modified Tanto, and I've had this for quite a while. And it's one of those knives I wanted to preserve. I didn't want to use. I just love like the finish and everything out of the box. And finally I said, you know what? Why am I holding on to this thing? Let me see what it's got. And then, obviously we all hear about K-bar and the stick tang and all that stuff. So I just really wanted to use it and show you what it's got. And I gotta tell you, if you look at the video, this they did really, really good. It did a great, great job. I'm very, very happy with this knife.
Let me say this about K Bar because I wanted to make this comment. There's so much arguing online about it. Here's the deal. We're not saying it's the greatest survival knife ever. You can't. You cannot say that. We're not
What
saying
is?
it's the
Nothing
greatest
is.
fighting knife ever. You can't say that. But you also can't say that it's complete garbage. It will, if you have a skill set, it'll work. I,
Well,
I'm not here to argue it. Again, there's a million other options, but I just like the way the damn thing feels. I love the
yeah,
way that one looks. I love the way that one looks. Here's one that I
this
haven't
thing is
shown a
fun.
lot. Uh, this this is uh, a dive knife. The guy who sent this, okay, Ricky Ricardo. For those of y'all who really watch the channel, my buddy Ricky Ricardo, that's his code name that I made up, which he hates. Served over a decade, well,
Lucy.
almost
Yeah.
2 decades in the teams, right? One of his buddies that served with him in the teams, this was a dive knife he was gifted by his peers the day he retired. Now, this is a knife that one of the Bell helmet divers use, and I got to give this back. But this is actually dope. It
That's
really,
wicked,
really is.
man.
It's a
That's
true,
wicked.
it's a true dive knife. I got to fix my lighting. It's a
So that
true,
screws right into its
yeah,
holder. That's
yeah.
sick. That's
This
pretty cool.
side is serrated. You can see that.
Yeah, yeah.
This side's plain. Now, at some point, I need to give this back, but it come off a plaque. The guy said, "Man, let him use it as much as he wants." I'll never use this,
Yeah.
but I think it's a cool piece. Now, I need to show it more. No, it won't. Will it float? No, this thing weighs about 3 pounds, Ed.
I'm
It
curious about that thing though. What
it
kind of steel? Does it have like an ultra non-corrosive steel being a diving knife?
you know, I did some research on it because there is an Italian knife that looks similar. This knife has been around since the 20s, I think, maybe the 30s. I don't know if this is, you know what, if I need to get a magnet, I need to get
Yeah,
a
I mean
magnet.
it's got to be a real stainless steel, but
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, if we're talking about saltwater diving, that could really do a number on your freaking blade.
Well, I'll put it to you.
Oh, it's iron. It's more iron.
It has carbon in it.
It has carbon, yeah. Yep.
For those of y'all that don't know, this is a Phobos sheath.
Yeah.
Um, Mr. Eric puts a magnet in the bottom. So it's carbon.
Maybe the core, and then maybe it's got a coating. I don't know. Maybe it's got a stainless steel coating. Who knows?
I don't know, but they're used. And again, this isn't like a war fighting knife. This is like from the salvage guys, the rescue guys. And I will do more research because the one thing I don't want to do is get on here and put a lot of misinformation. But I do think it's dope. Screws in and it's heavy. And I'm sure it's heavy because, this isn't for swimming. This is for walking along the bottom. He said I could use it. I don't want to do that, man, because it was gifted to
Hmm.
one of SEAL on his graduation and all, not graduation, his retirement. They gifted him this. He was an instructor. That's weird, dude, to use a man's knife. I want to give him credit. I've got a couple more guys, and we'll get the hell out of here. I appreciate y'all being attentive. Here is a top boomerang. This is the Bestia.
The Bestia.
No, Paulie, that was an American dive knife, man. I think there's a lot of dive knives that look similar. I know there's an Italian dive knife that people would swear that copy. That's not the case. The Italian dive knife came in the 50s. And I'll do a video on it. I've got so many knives to do videos on, and everybody can kind of relate to that. I just want to figure out how to do it, you know? And while we're in this live, I want y'all to give me some input on something. This is the Bestia from Tops. It performed insanely well. I think I did a short with that Dunnage or 4x4, and it chopped through it in less than like 25 seconds. I
Yeah,
mean,
because of the curvature of it. I mean, it's going to basically lend to the cutting, to the banging that into the wood. That's awesome.
it's a monster. All right, two
Yeah.
more, and we'll let y'all go. This one is one of my favorites. This one's one of my favorites. This is the Spartan Harzy
Agree.
2-3.
Agree.
It works like a champ. We've got a hard use video on it. Now, Joe, because K-Bar owns 50% of Spartan, I believe they might have run this or lent the steel for it. It's 1095 Crovan. But again, in
Maybe.
talking to Mr. Bill, he wanted to make a working kukri, and I think he did that with spades. It's tough. It'll do what it needs to do. And this is really, guys, for those of you, I don't know that you and I've talked about this, Joe, but I'm going an hour south of Duval County of Jacksonville, um, December 13th, 14th, and 15th to Umatilla, Florida.
Okay.
Little Doe Lake or something like that. Blackie Thomas, thank you, Brandon. This is made by K-Bar for Spartan. Blackie Thomas is going to be teaching a kukri class.
Mm.
I'm going to go. He asked me if I want to teach. I'm like, nah, I'm new to that scene. So, Josh, what up? I'm new to that scene. So I'm going to be helping Blackie. I'll do the cutting demos. And this is one of the kukris I'm going to carry
Good.
down.
Cool.
I've got to help. I'm excited about it, man. Last one. And
I'll
we'll get
send you one. You want me to? I would love to be able to send you my scourge
Yeah,
if you want. I think you
yeah,
should take that scourge with you
that would be great.
because that's a
Yeah,
great kukri to use for
I
demonstrations.
like that. If you
Yeah.
don't mind,
No.
I've gotten the one from a ex Gurkha Kukri house, but it's massive, dude. It's like 15 inches.
Yeah. No, that scourge is perfect size.
Trava Scrama. You mean this? Johan? Is this the Trava Scrama 240? Dude, I love this thing.
Yeah,
This
that's badass.
was not made in the USA, but as far as just a workhorse for outdoor use, dicking around in the woods, yard work. Have you ever messed with one of these, Joe? We get things cleared up. I may send this one to you. I mean, just for fun, just for abs.
Looks like
It'll
something just for a
surprise
fun
you
knife to
at
use.
how good it is.
Hmm.
This thing's good, man. Really good. A guy that goes to Blackie's camp out gifted me that, and he said, "Scab, I just want you to try it." I fell in love with it, man. last one, guys. Last one. Let me see what did straight. I have the Condor knives, Wild Bush Kukri, designed by Julio. Hell yeah, guys. Listen, as far as Kukris go, and we'll talk about it more as we go. As far as Kukris go, Joe, I definitely want you to send that. If y'all want to
I'm gonna
send,
get. Let me get it for you. I'll show everybody. Hold on.
you guys want to send a couple, that'd be great. Let me tell y'all while Joe's getting that. I had a comment today that I've never thought about, never in my life thought about. But somebody commented, "You mean to tell me you really think these people are sending you these real knives?" And he was talking about the Miller uh, knife that I did, Miller Brother. He said, "If it was me, I'd send you a fake one." And I kind of laughed, and then I thought, I double check everything anyway because I already make myself look stupid enough. I make sure that what's sent is sent. But I wonder if that's ever happened. I wonder if somebody sent somebody, if you're a knife reviewer and somebody sent you a fake thing, let me know. Let me know, like on purpose, like intentionally, not on accident. Shit happens. All right.
This is by
Love,
far one of my favorite
love that.
blade contours of all time, but this particular Scourge Apocalypse from KHI Nepal, Kukri House in Nepal, the handle, everything about it is just, it just talks to me, man. I
That thing,
absolutely love this thing. Look
that
at that
thing.
handle, guys. Look at this. Look, just look at how just your hand just completely surrounds it. This is not annoying. This is perfect. You got enough purchase there. It's so balanced. I mean, you use it. You did a review on it.
I was going to say, we've got a pretty good review on it, don't we?
Yeah. I shot it for you that time. That was a good review. Yeah.
Now, is that does that rosewood handles?
That's rosewood. Yes. Gerbs would appreciate this.
Yeah.
Full
Jerks love
tang,
wood handles.
skull crusher there.
But,
Well, and it's beautiful.
they did, Jerbs, that O'Neill guy, get rid of him, dude. If the world decreased by stupid people, by about
O'Neill,
40
I'll get rid of
people,
him.
yeah, thanks. I just, not in the mood today. My eyes floating. I'm tired. Um, See,
Yeah.
it's just okay. We did a review on that. Show the palm, Joe. Now, for some reason, that gave me no problems. I wonder, stay right where you at.
Yeah,
Let's
rosewood
look
is
at, let's
beautiful.
look at this. I wonder if they just slid this down. See
Yeah.
how yours is slid down?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if they slid this down.
Might make a difference.
I wonder if it would, because this is a great knife. There's no bitching about the knife. Kev, Peterbilt Knife Guys, he's gonna cross 1 million subscribers in about 3 days. I've copied every one of Kevin's shorts and can't get any traction. I wonder if they did that. All right, guys, last thing, and we'll let y'all go. Thank you for
Love
coming in.
this.
Thank you for hanging with us. Thank you for chilling. I showed this knife last night, Joe, and I'm asking for
It does, Jerps
real
does.
suggestions. Real suggestions. This was gifted to me by Backyard Knife Dude, one of Neve's favorite people. This was gifted to me by Ken. It is a silver stag Pacific Coast Bowie. It's hollow ground with a stick tang, right? This is probably one of the best feeling knives I've ever felt in my hand. But, said great guy. But I don't, this is a knife. He sent it to me and I want to review it, but it's hollow ground, stick tang. What do y'all think? Like take it to Jimbo's and do a barbecue type? I mean, I have no
Yeah.
desire to break this. None. None.
If I
No.
recall, he reviewed that knife in the past.
And didn't he try to bust a sing? Yeah,
Yes, no, what he did was he's a sick bastard. He actually busted up a cinder block with it
really.
and it broke and they sent him a new one.
This may be it.
That's the new one.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
the new one.
So it held up, except hitting it with a cinder block.
Yeah, but that's a new one. That's not the one you hit with the that one. If I'm not
No.
mistaken, that's the replacement. Yeah.
Kev said it has a lifetime warranty. I'm gonna be honest now. Here's the other thing. I took Jimbo had one of these. Here's the thing, Dave. And for those of y'all who don't know, um, not long ago, about a year or two ago, Ken
A year or two.
got on Jared for putting links in the description. And Jared, to his credit, handled it with grace and class.
No, he
And
did. He did a good job,
I've
Jared.
never
I was
said this
impressed.
to you privately. I've never said it privately, but I'm saying it to you publicly. You'll never know how much that meant to me and Joe and those of us who actually know Ken and know some of the behind the scenes.
Yes.
You'll
Right.
never know what that meant.
Yeah.
A little bit of grace and a little bit of class went a long way. And I've been a forever fan of you since then. I want you to know that. Um, give me, yeah, no, cross-eyed wouldn't help you, son. You got to be wop-eyed. I'm what you call wop-eyed. My eye floats. Y'all give me some suggestions. Because I thought about like doing a barbecue type of cooking style, because it doesn't have a forward cant, but you see how that is. Dwayne, what's up? D2,
I
buddy.
would take that to Jimbo and I would like cut up like a freaking 85-ounce freaking porterhouse steak with it. That's what I would
I
do.
was thinking about something like that.
Yeah,
And
that's what I would do. I would get a huge piece of freaking Flintstones piece of steak and I
yeah,
would cut it up with that. That's what I would do.
maybe
That's what
maybe
I'm
like
looking at with
that
that knife. It's a
tomahawk.
nice knife.
Maybe like one of them tomahawk steaks. I'll have to get with Jimbo. But the thing is with this knife, and I might do some light stuff, but this is one, honestly, I don't even know how much the damn thing cost. I don't know if it's expensive, inexpensive. I don't know. I know Schwarzenegger has one. They gifted him one. That doesn't mean it's a good knife, right? But it means something to me, and I'll tell y'all and I'll shut up. The reason this knife means a lot to me, my first shout out ever was from Ken, right? First one ever. That brought in Captain Electro, it brought in Carl, it brought in Eric Hussein. Man, it just brought in a lot of guys. The first thing I was ever gifted on this channel was this. Y'all hold on 1 second. First thing I ever got on this channel was this. It's the Hanwei Great Battle Axe. This was from Ken. And the funny thing is with Ken, he despised cold steel, hated
Cold
late time.
steel. Yeah.
He actually shared one of my cold steel. I might be the only guy that ever did a cold steel video that Ken shouted out. But this was the first thing I was gifted on this channel. He did the first shout out. So, dude, it's just one of those things. It means a lot to me. And that's a knife. If you got a knife in the comments, guys, y'all want to pass on to somebody, pass it on. Pass it on. And Ed, you asked me a question. No, I haven't done keto. I do what's it called?
Yoga?
I do yoga, I do stretching, um, intermittent fasting. Basically, what I do, I'll tell you real quick. I get up in the mornings. I have a sugar-free muscle milk at 6 a.m. Um, I don't eat. I eat lunch about 12:30, moderate lunch. Um, I'll have a couple of cucumbers, some cherries during the day. Eat dinner. I'll walk for an hour, 2.5, 3 miles, yoga, and then whatever the channel does. So, and I've lost. I weighed this morning. I weighed 255. I weighed 319. January 16th. We looked it up. So I've got another 30, 40 pounds to go, but we're well on our way. So that's what I do. That's what I do. On that, man, I love y'all. Joe, thank you for hanging out with me, man. It's
My
good to be
pleasure.
back on with you, dude.
Definitely.
We need to do a blade talk and get Jared in. and just get that back up going, guys.
Jared, yeah, you should come in, especially because Blade Show is over and a lot of new things came in, and yeah, we definitely got to talk about the state of affairs in the knife world right now. I think that should be something we should set up, Jared.
Let's set that up. To all of you who come in, thank you, Miss Allie. It's always good seeing you. Love y'all. God bless you. I'm Scab.
I'm Joe.
We gone, son. Joe, call
Later,
me.
guys. Have a good one. See you next time. Ciao, ciao.